Okay, so today we have the pleasure of hearing from Andy Lee. For those of you that don't know Andy, he is an OnlyFans creator, a seasoned adult performer, and has built an impressive brand in the industry. He's known for his unique combination of charm, hard work, and dedication. And he's been a he's been a vocal advocate for performers' rights and often shares his experience to support others in the industry. So let's dive into the mindset and strategies behind his success and explore what it takes to thrive in today's adult industry. So Andy, welcome.
Thank you.
You've been really transparent about your journey and the ups and the downs of being in this industry. What would you say was the most pivotal moment in your career that defined the direction that you ended up taking?
When I got fired on my job for doing OnlyFans.
Okay.
That was the most pivotal point, because before that it was like a side hustle. I was working for the porn websites and stuff. I was going to get paid, and Andy Lee was a secret. And then I was a plumber and a gas engineer, and that was my life. My boss found out at the start of COVID that I'd done OnlyFans, and he literally fired me that day. So then COVID was there. I couldn't get another job as a plumber because of COVID, and took on OnlyFans full time. With my experience from the porn industry, it sort of helped with my OnlyFans, started allowing me to be a bit more creative. Started inviting my friends to be in my videos who didn't have OnlyFans. I was paying guys, even an Uber driver, you know, paying everybody. And that sort of became my thing. My thing was Andy and the lads, you know, Andy and his mates just waking up on the sofa and doing that thing. And then that's where it all sort of took off. And yeah, and then social media came in, and we're here today.
Yeah, so you've made it to the top 0.01% of OnlyFans. What strategy has helped you reach that level of success?
Transparency, definitely. Good content. Content is what sells. You know, like if your content's shit, people are not going to stay. So I try to make clear, interesting content. I try to be diverse in my content. I try to do a bit of everything. Obviously, I'm a straight guy, but I do stuff with men as well, and that's because obviously that's my biggest market. It's a business for me, so everything I do is business minded. I think about every single thing I do. What will make me more money? I try to do as many social media stunts as I can. I put myself out there. I have 32 billboards across the UK right now with my face on them. My OnlyFans link, so that helps. I've been on a TV show called My Massive Cock.
What's that?
I'm a massive cock.
Strange they never approached me.
And yeah, and that's it. I start to treat the people who follow me as followers, not fans. You know what I mean? I try to treat them as people. Prices are not that expensive, so I give a detailed description of every single video, so they see what they get, and yeah, they come back, and everyone's happy. I'm happy.
So how do you maintain a fan base that big?
I suppose everything is structured for me. Like I'll release certain videos on certain days. And nothing changes in my work. You know, I know it works for me. I do everything my way, and it works. I go live. I let people into my life. They're buying Andy Lee. They're not just buying porn, so they get to speak to me. And yeah, I think it's being honest with people. Just being, I'm a bit ruthless. You know, I'm just an asshole. So I think if you're just an asshole, you can't lie. You know what I mean? It's you. And people either like you or they don't. And people seem to sometimes like you.
So creating content can be pretty intense, and like you say, you do a lot of planning and thinking. How do you stay creative and avoid burnout?
So I travel a lot. Travel is my thing. I think you have to find your separation in life. Obviously, everybody gets their creative burnout. It can be any day of the week. You just wake up and just don't know what to do. So mine is I just travel. I just shut off, travel. I have enough work built up for that time, so I can leave and shut off, and then I'll get inspiration from TikToks, Reels, TV, anything really. So, and just I'm loose with everything, so I don't take things too serious. I have a laugh, take the piss out of myself, take the piss out of my friends, and it sort of works.
I've noticed that a lot actually with you, as you pivot really quickly. As soon as there's a trend, you're like on it. So you have a huge following on multiple social media platforms. What are the biggest challenges you face with social media?
My thing is hate. I get hate every day of the week. I love it. But that's just me. I can take it. You know what I mean? I'm a Catholic. Well, I was born Catholic from Ireland. and I do gay porn, you know, and I do have my real brothers in my videos, you know, so people in Ireland don't really like what I do, you know, so I get a lot of hate from all over the world, and I'm like Captain Cheese on TikTok, you know, I do stupid shit on TikTok, I do cheesy, I spank a sofa, I do things that will get attention because I know what I'm doing, so, but yeah, I just don't take it too serious, I just do what works.
Cool. So you mentor new adult performers.
Yeah.
Are there common mistakes that you see them make that our audience might learn from?
100%. So guys and girls will come to me and say, look, I'm thinking about doing OnlyFans. And my first thing, or any type of like Cam 4, whatever it is, I just sit down with them and I say, have you done anything like this before? And if they say no, I'm like, have you really thought about this? Because as soon as this goes on the internet, it's there forever. There's nothing you can do to take that down. You say you will, but someone has a screenshot of this on the phone forever and you cannot stop it. It's like a ball that won't stop rolling. So you have to find out, can you do it, first of all? And is it something you want to do? Are you going to give it 100%? If you're not going to give it 100%, there is no point doing it. These masked performers, these feet performers, all this shit doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Instead it does, but if you're here to make money, it's not going to work for you. Sorry, but that's how it is. You have to give this industry 100% or nothing. And yeah, and the basic mistake everybody makes, they come into the industry and they get sucked in by money. So they'll do something and then someone will offer them a lot of money to do something they might regret. And then, but once it's done, it's done. Like if I was to fuck a guy, you know, I haven't done that yet. So if I was to do that, where else would I go in the porn industry? You know, like I would have to do that every video then. So, but some people come in and they just full guns blazing, and then they burn out too quick.
I did that myself, looked like triple anal, and then all people want to see is you with like 3
Yeah.
dicks up your ass, and you're like, oh gosh.
Happened to me as well.
So like snaps about like the community and stuff, how important is it to build connections within the industry, and what advice would you give for cultivating these relationships?
So it is the most important thing. If you're going to be in this industry, it's the most important thing. All of my friends, bar 2 of my real friends, are performers. Because you're in an industry where you're being attacked from all angles every day. Whether it's the bank, whether it's online, you're literally at risk of losing your job every single day. You're being attacked by people online, calling you fat, ugly, whatever it is. They're going to, no matter how much good you're doing, they're going to attack you like crazy. And you're going to have the lads like I have at the back. I'll message those lads, look lads, come in and support me today, and they jumped. You know, and that's what it's all about. You know, and like maybe you're doing a video or you decide like I want to do some crazy video where I need loads of people or I need one person. I'm having a bad day. This person, something happened, whatever it is, you can drop it. I have a lads WhatsApp group, and we speak to each other every single day of the week. You know, just drop in, lads, I had a shit day with the missus, or I've done this, and we all have similar experiences in life. And like when it comes to stuff online, like there's ways like people change the rules all the time. And like, lads, have any of you had this experience? Oh shit, I can't do that, so don't do it. You know, that's really what it's about. And then again, you have people online that may do things wrong. Like you have people that are like fake inserts, what they were saying, like that you want to build a community where you say, look, stay away from this prick, you know.
So you've mentioned the backlash that you get, and you seem to find it quite easy to shrug it off, but kind of what advice would you give to people as a kind of coping mechanism for that negativity?
Look at your bank balance. that's what I do. It's as simple as that. When I was hiding it, so when I first started porn, I was getting like 300 to 600 quid back in 2010. I would go to a website and I would do my little video, get my little bit of money, and I didn't really have any character. That was what I just done, got paid and fucked off. And that's all it was. It was a hidden thing. But now Andy Lee is not my job. Andy Lee is not a part of my life. I am Andy Lee. You know, like it's not my real name, but this character is me now, and it's my life, and I just have to accept what comes with it. You know, just understand the world is cruel. You know what I mean? It's not full of rainbows and fairies. You know, you just have to understand it's cruel, and take your money and fuck off on holiday.
So do you find your holidays are quite a good way to kind of protect your mental health a little bit?
Definitely. So I think people should delete all their personal social media. They don't need it. Social media is poison, literally poison. You don't need your own personal social media. You're going to be attacked. You need your safe space. Go to work and then go home and turn off. You know, put the phone down, spend time with your family, watch a Netflix program, ever. These fuckers are going to attack you constantly. So I think it's definitely a point where you need to switch off, and that's what I do. I just jump on a plane and go wherever.
Yeah, I think I've posted like 3 things on my personal social media in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it. Have you heard of Opal, the app Opal?
No.
Oh, it's really good. You can like block out all your social media on time slots, so you're not even tempted to.
I'm addicted to mine. I swear, I'm addicted to my phone. In bed at night, I wake up in the morning, in the middle of the night, I'm checking everything, and it's a nightmare.
You can use Opal, just block it. It's good.
But are you checking your bank balance? Was it?
No, I stopped checking that after the first couple of million.
So the adult industry can blur the lines between like personal and professional. How do you set boundaries to kind of keep a healthy work-life balance? Like you said, you've kind of become Andy Lee and like.
So is that on the person? So for me, work is work. I turn up and I do my job. Whether I'm doing something with a guy, girl, whatever it is, it's my job. I become Andy Lee as my character. I become him. I do the job to the best of my ability, and then I leave. I turn off. I don't fall in love with the person. I'm not attracted to the person. It's work, you know. And that's what a lot of people make the mistake from. I don't go out for drinks after. I don't hang around. Like my friends are my friends. Like I'm very friendly with everybody. But when it comes to work is work, and then after that, it's finished. I'll do my best to make the best content as possible. You know what I mean? I have to get hard to come. Fuck off. That's it.
Do you have a strategy for that, like for getting hard and coming?
Yeah.
I find that's something a lot of guys struggle with on set.
Become a character. You know what I mean? Become that character, and know you have to do that job for that scene. So whatever the scene is, in your head, become that character and do that job. You know, you're not there to fuck that person. You're not there to enjoy what you're doing. You're there to make good movies or good content. So you're looking at the camera thinking how good everything is, sound, everything. You know? So that's what I do.
Do you have any goals beyond content creation? Like, do you have any projects outside of the adult industry?
Yeah, I do a lot of property development. That's I'm a plumber builder. I used to do property development in the past, and OnlyFans and the adult industry has given me the opportunities now to be able to invest, and it's doing really well for me. But still like porn is my life, you know. So I go back to that. I love doing what I do. My God, I have a book coming out. Little stick in there. I'm writing about my life, you know. I'm writing my autobiography about where I grew up. You know, people don't know.
Released one book as well, haven't you? You released.
I released a storybook of a plumber and his 15 stories of what he gets up to in work. So the other book's a little bit more serious, you know.
I've heard that book went to like #1 on Amazon or something.
In 24 hours. Naughty people. So naughty people out there.
So I'd quite like to open up questions to the floor. I see your hand there.
Thank you very much, Andy, for your time.
No worries.
So my question is, as a producer, you mentioned it earlier that at the beginning of your career you were working for producers, and it sounded a little negative, like you didn't really like it. What can I do as a producer to make performers happier, or to encourage performers to you know, enjoy that aspect of it? Because I don't think it's you can only do this or you can only do that kind of thing. I think there should be some sort of ability to do both. How can a producer make that more attractive for performers?
I don't know. I suppose give the performers a personality rather than use them as an object. I think, because when I first started out, it was a very long time ago. Things is different. I don't know. I don't do studio porn now, so I can't really tell you. When I first started out, they would push and push and push. They would throw money at me and they never made me do anything I didn't want to do, but they would coerce me with money. You know, they knew I was broke. That's why I was there, you know, and they would like, I'll give you another 700 quid if you do this, or just do a little bit more, you know. And I was this broke 21-year-old. So what do you say to that? So that's sort of where I'm at. I don't have a positive feelings toward production studios, but I think there's a lot of great people out there, definitely. Like, and this was only one or two. I worked for hundreds of studios back in those days, and they were all amazing. Even the one or two, they were great people, but they were business driven. They needed the best out of me, you know, and I had to take that.
So is it to try and be more collaborative with you guys?
Definitely, I think so. I think if you give them something, like give them, obviously if you're sharing them on your platform and all, you're giving them a little bit of, I want to say fame, a clout, you know, that sort of thing, to make them feel like they're more than just, because if a bloke is filming with a woman, the woman is the star. No matter what way you look at it, the woman is the star.
Yeah.
But let's say you give the man a little bit of clout as well. You know, this amazing John Steele shagged fucking Stephanie Smith. Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you.
That's fine.
I've mentioned earlier that I'm shooting now more in the trans market. All my life, all my last many years, I've shot in the straight market, let's call it that. Now I'm also thinking of starting in the gay market. So I'm trying to widen, obviously to earn more money.
Yeah.
We're in different markets. So I've been learning about the gay scene. Now, I've heard, again, it's only what people have told me, you've got more experience, that the gay scene in the States, for example, the porn scene, is absolutely ginormous. What's it like here in the UK? In other words, I want to contact gay performers and build a reputation about shooting gay porn. What's your advice?
Same as anything. You want Twitter? Hi mate, you want to film? Yeah, when you're free.
Well, but I don't know any gay performers apart from myself.
I think you
I
would.
know lots of bars.
So I set up my studio to help lads like the lads behind you. So people come to me and they say like, I want to do porn, but I don't really know what I want to do, and I sort of guide them down that way. So what I do is I organise lads' days at my studios, mainly lads, because a lot of them have partners and stuff that don't like them filming women. So I focus on the lads' days. And I get a lot of lads down to my studio. It doesn't matter what sexuality, what they do. You know, I don't care if they do straight stuff, gay stuff, whatever. I get them down to the studio, we'll have a bit of food, have a bit of laugh, and we'll just film reels all day, like social media, photos, videos, whatever. And then we'll branch off then into groups to do whatever sort of porn suits them if they do that type of porn. So some lads will do wanking with other lads, and some guys will do full-on sex or whatever it is. And some guys will just fuck off. You know, they'll be like, look, I don't want
Is
to
that
do
like a casting day?
No, it's just like my thing. I just set up, but that's just me. That's all I'm just saying about me. Like I just set this up for lads because I know what it's like to come into the industry, and it's very daunting. You know, like, and you can be manipulated very easy by production companies. Some production companies, no thanks. And I think if lads come and see other lads similar to themselves, like, look, we're not Chippendales, we're just fucking normal blokes. I'm a plumber. Yeah. You know what I mean? And if they see other lads like themselves, comfortable around each other, having a laugh, doing cheesy shit and getting loads and loads of views on the internet, loads of praise for what they do, I think it's a very good feeling, and to know they have the support there. So, and then also the networking. I tell all the lads, like, networking is the most important thing.
Very true.
You know, and I think that's, if I was to tell the lads, if I was away or something like that, and they say, I don't know where to get collabs, I would say, go find someone, like, go onto my profile, go to who I follow on Twitter, and then just start messaging people. You can only ask the question, they'll only say no. You know? And I don't think there's a winning look. I don't think if people say I'm too fat, I'm too ugly, my teeth are bent. I don't really think I think there's something for everybody out there, definitely. Yeah.
So, thanks.
So I think you'll do well on my page.
So have you inspired your brother Ryan, and is it a friendly competition between you?
Oh, so brothers. Jesus. Right.
He was going to come up.
So I have 4 brothers and 1 sister. All of my brothers have been in my videos. 2 don't talk to me anymore because when they were in my videos. So I think it's a comfortable thing to say that, like, brothers in my family, anyways, we can wank beside each other and not think of it as anything more than that. Like, it's just, I was paying them to be in my videos, and they would just sit there on their side and they would just fucking wank and watch porn. And we didn't look at it anymore now, but the internet did.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had the people who loved it. You know, there's people out there that loved it, and they thought the incest side of it. That's fair enough. Like, I don't care if you pay me, I don't care. But we got a lot of hate, and my brothers. 2 of my brothers, when I got sucked off by a guy, they just like, you're a faggot, fuck off, you know, and they turned off, and I didn't speak to them ever again. So my youngest brother, Ryan, contacted me. I went over to Ireland about, I want to say 2 years ago, And I was only over there for the day. I was doing a radio interview, and the place was shithole. I bumped into an ex-girlfriend. She was a junkie. You know, like the place was gone downhill. And I was sort of didn't want my brother to get a girl pregnant and get stuck over there. And I was thinking about it. He was telling me that he wanted to do OnlyFans. And my brother's very gullible in some ways. Like people can manipulate him. So I didn't want him to fall into a trap where he's getting abuse on the internet and he couldn't handle it. So he said to me that if you don't help me, I'm going to do it myself. So I decided to help him and guide him the right way of doing things. And he shocked me. He's done amazing. You know, like he's really good at it. There is no competition. You know? No, he's really good. He's really good. So he's my cameraman. No offense, Declan. He's going out there. He's the only person I trust with a camera because he knows what I like. You know, he knows how I do it and stuff like that. So it really works for us. So yeah.
Do you have a free and a paid OnlyFans? And like, if you do, how do you convert from the free to the paid?
So I do have a free OnlyFans, and I don't really use it as much. I don't really use it. I just sits there dormant. Yeah, it didn't do very well. My page is like my baby. I'm on it every day, every night, every morning, and it works. It just works. So it gets all my focus. I try to do other stuff like ManyVid, Pornhub, and just for fans and stuff like that. But when it takes my focus away from my main golden egg, it sort of slips a little bit. So I focus on what I'm good at, and that works for me. Now, I know other people do free pages and stuff, and they're killing it. But I think everything works different for everybody.
You're saying about focusing solely on OnlyFans, but you're not worried about putting all your eggs in one basket, and when OnlyFans pulls the plug on us eventually?
I don't think OnlyFans will pull the plug on us.
No?
No, I really don't.
Money now. They tried it and they failed. They can't.
Yeah.
I spoke to OnlyFans. I had a Zoom call with them, and I spoke to them about what's happening, and they said they're starting to build a relationship up now with their creators. So they're starting to look after their creators more, and hopefully things will change better for OnlyFans creators. So fingers crossed.
So has your friend stopped inviting you around to do plumbing works in case you've got a dangling business?
I haven't picked up many tools in the last while. So yeah.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah, that's as many as you want.
About custom videos, for example.
I don't do any.
No, that's not
Yeah.
that's my question. You don't get, so you must get requests though from people
Yeah.
saying, can you do this? But you don't do them. Do you?
No, I don't do custom videos. Don't sell underwear. I don't I post my videos on the internet. If people want to watch them, then great. If they don't, they don't. I'm very black and white with everything I do. So every Saturday they get a new video. During the week they'll get a photo or a teaser, and that's all I do. I don't mess around. I'll do a pre-release. So everybody knows how it works with me. There was for a while there was internet hate. I was getting hate on the internet calling me gay baiter. You know what I mean? That like the stuff on my page may not be what I'm saying. So I gave away my page for free for 24 hours for everybody to have a look. I trusted my work enough for people to come and stay, and it done well.
Okay, so, yeah.
I don't do customs because that's once it's done, it's done. If you do anything, it's done. You know what I mean? People won't stay. If people are always chasing something, you know, and they might wait for 2 years for you to show your asshole. No, that's one thing I don't do. Yeah. But for you, 50 quid. You know what I mean? But that's just me. That's just me. There's certain things I won't do, and it's just for my comfort and a business strategy for me to go long run.
Yeah.
Andy,
Yeah.
what would bring you the most pleasure? A really good scene that sells really well and gets loads of hits, or a really good stunt that gets loads of column inches in the media?
About stunts.
I don't know. So since doing OnlyFans now, any sort of content creation now, it's become my passion. I love making good videos. I'm starting to be good. I'm actually sort of all right at it. And my little ADHD brain burns out so much. Like it's like I want to do something crazy. Let's do this. Let's like my last one. I jumped out the sky. You know what I mean? And that's what I wanted to do. That so I've done it. Didn't go very well, but I done it. You know, and it made me happy that I made this really cool video. But going viral on the internet, like something really viral, it's unreal. It's like the best feeling ever. I love it, especially when you get hate. It's amazing. You know, phone going crazy. So
So out of all your stunts, because you're known for doing stunts, What is the craziest one you've done?
That I can talk about.
Yeah, we're all friends here.
I suppose the craziest, the most effort I've done, I drove the taxi to the Eiffel Tower.
I remember that day.
Yeah, and we filmed the porno at the Eiffel Tower. Got caught by the police and kicked out of the country. So that was long. That was an 18-hour drive. That was heavy.
Was it worth it for the column inches then?
Yeah, I didn't think, when it was happening, because I didn't think of it like that, I just thought it'd be a cool story, you know, we'll film it going over to the Eiffel Tower, and I thought it'd be very interesting. Didn't think of it as a news story back then. But as we were driving back, we were sitting in the queue for customs crossing the border, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna tell the newspaper. So I called the Sun. I said, look, I have a story for you. This just happened to us, we're literally getting fucked out of the country now. And he's like, oh my God, it's amazing. Can we send a reporter at the house? I was like, I'll be back in 2 hours. And the news crew were there waiting on us.
Really?
Yeah, so it was really, yeah, it was good.
I guess my question is like, what, as like a female performer, I guess I worry about like messaging and like working with like bigger names like at your sort of level. Because I don't know, I guess I feel like I'm not their type as such, because obviously a lot of guys, well, I've met plenty of bigger names and they just seem to be pretty much like dickheads and sort of like, I only, well no, and they're like, I only shoot with, well no, like people are like, I only shoot with Brazzers girls, like I won't take anything lower than this, like what's your advice if, like for me, like messaging those people, like what are they looking for, what's the best way to like sort
Just tell
of...
them to fuck off, you know what I mean? Like if it's simple, if someone doesn't want to work with you, so what? You know what I mean? Girls don't want to work with me because I do gay stuff.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I'll still do what I do. You know, like it's not about. I always think to myself, people don't watch porn for followers or who they are or whatever. They watch porn for what the porn is, how good the porn looks on camera. I don't care if someone has 1 follower or 1 million followers. You know, it helps to get a bit of clout. Yeah, but like if you're at that level already, getting clout doesn't, like if people don't already know you, then it doesn't really matter. You know, so. I think for me anyways, it's the wow factor of the video. So if I'm thinking of a video, let's say I'm doing a taxi video or something, I always imagine how the girl or the person, man, woman, whatever, is standing on the side of the road. I always imagine what they will look like. And when people first see that video, will it be interesting? Is the person a bit nuts? You know, because that's what I love. Yeah.
Do you think that's what most guys look for? Like, would you?
No, I think there's something for everybody. You know, some people are into like big girls, big blokes. You know, and for me, if I film a young, twinky-looking boy, they don't like that on my page. They like the big, hairy men. Yeah. You know, yeah, and I think girls, they just fucking accept it when I just give it to them. So I don't really have a type.
So I should just go ahead and message those people and just try for my best, basically.
Why not? That's what I said to him. Like, drop a message. You can only say no. You know what I mean? If you get hurt about it, that's on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't be getting hurt. Like, literally, don't take it serious. If someone says you're ugly or whatever, like, let them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Are you ugly?
No.
Exactly. So there you go. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So don't take it serious. If someone says no, they don't want to work with you, you're probably just not their type. You know what I mean? They probably have a set way of doing their thing. Like I say to a lot of girls in particular that I do work with some girls, but I don't book in videos with girls because I have loads in advance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But one girl may message me one day and I'm just like, she looks cool. You know what I mean? I have an idea for like, I'm going to do a video with her. And that's sort of where it goes with me.
Yeah.
But, and I'm shit on social media. I don't reply to anyone. So, yeah.
What's the best way to get booked in with you then? If I want to message you.
If you don't ask, you'll never know.
Yeah, I suppose message me on Instagram, I suppose. Yeah. I think for me, like, as long as someone gets hold of me, you know what I mean? Because, like, even Mark, like, I speak to Mark all the time, but I don't reply straight away sometimes, sorry. But it's only because when I'm driving or something like that, I look at my messages and I'm like, yeah, I'll reply later, put my phone down. And then loads of things go by and then I forget, so that's me. But I do check my messages on Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that. And I do work with anyone, like, it literally doesn't bother me. If you look good for a certain video, then I'll work with you. But I tend not to say no to people because I feel bad, you know what I mean? I thought, like, if I say no to a certain person, they'll be like, well, you worked with someone that looked like me 2 weeks ago, why won't you work with me? So I just say, yeah, of course I will. And then I sort of do the asshole thing. You know what I mean?
I think everyone does that, to be fair.
So yeah.
Ladies over there.
Where are we?
I was going to ask, back to the videos and the content that you create, do you find there's a correlation between how successful a video is and how much hate you get?
Definitely.
They
Yeah.
kind of
So,
go side by side.
so my videos are normally based on work-related content. So like your tradies, your mechanics, that sort of style, because that's where I've always known. And I think I like the more chavvy stuff as well because it's more realistic for me, anyways. And I think that's where there's not enough of that out there. And I think people, if I'm doing a chav video with a girl who's probably beautiful, but I chav her down, you know what I mean? And I'll play the part, she'll play the part, and people, you know, people on the internet, they're gonna hammer us. And the more people are hammering us, the more people are talking about it, and the more money I make, and the more holidays I go on. I love it.
Are you going to let any other male performer win a snapper board next year?
Not a chance. Well, actually better than that.
What are, other than obviously Twitter, what other platforms do you think are good for performers? Because, like, for example, like, I don't use Instagram because it just sounds like they just want to take everything down, but then TikTok sounds useful. Like, what are the best ones, like, for sort
I personally, for me, just from listening to you, I think you're in your own head.
Okay.
I think you need to get out of your own head. Any platform that's going to get you 10 views, that's 10 potential customers.
Right.
That's $9.99 10 times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
Okay.
Facebook's a massive thing that people underestimate. You know, we had a video get 25 million views the other day.
Oh, wow.
You know, so that's 25 million potential customers.
Yeah.
You're getting traffic from all platforms. You're going to get paid for traffic. So
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, whatever. And nothing is bad content. You know what I mean? If you're sticking your camera in your face like this is what I'm up to today, that's good content.
Yeah.
People are buying into you, and you just. Social media is one of those things where you never know what's going to go viral. You could post something that's very interesting, or you put a lot of effort into something and it doesn't go viral, it flops.
Yeah.
You know, I posted a 3-minute video of me pretending to be a prisoner, and it went viral. I didn't even post that on social media. I sent that, so I'll tell you the story behind it. I got a video sent to me on WhatsApp of this HMP Wandsworth.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, this is fucking sexy. You know, I love this video. So I can do it better. You know? So I can do my version of this, but I was going to do a PG version just for like Instagram reels. So called this girl Kayla Wild, and she's a bit like me, a bit nuts. And I said, do you want to come down to my studio? I have this prison idea, you know. So I went on Amazon, bought a prisoner uniform, female prisoner uniform. Set up a little prison cell.
The set design on that was chef's kiss.
Noodles, everything. Noodle, fucking toothbrushes.
Yeah.
All my friends, look, that's how you fucking do it. It was insane.
So I set this cell up, and we've done it in the corner of a cell. I got my brother to come over and film it. My brother again. I got him to wear sliders, you know, with socks on, just to fit it all. And me and Kayla, we decided we were going to do reels. And then when we were doing it, I was just thinking, I'm like, do you want to do something a bit mad? And she was like, let's do it. And I said, just trust me. And she said, yeah. So let's do an actual little porn clip, but let's send it on WhatsApp for free. I was like, we won't post anywhere, we'll just send it on WhatsApp and see what happens. And she said, yeah. So I filmed this. I filmed it on Snapchat as well to make it look a bit more real. I darkened it down, filmed it on Snapchat, and I put HMP Wandsworth across the front. Got the original video, stole the sound off the original video of the jail, like making noise in the background, and I put that really low over my video. I sent it out to a few of my lads and said, look, put this in your WhatsApp groups. And that was it, nothing came of it that day. Yeah, and I sent it to 5 lads, and that was it, didn't have. Next day I was filming in the studio, and my phone was in the office, and I could hear my phone go nuts. So I went over, ITV was calling me. What the fuck's this? I started panicking. So I answered the phone, and they were like, we want to talk to you about this video. It's gone viral on Twitter. What? So to talk about this prison video, and I shit myself. I'm like, no, that was a fake. I'm only joking. It was fake. It wasn't real. And they were like, no, we want your story. And I was like, fuck yeah. So yeah, and then that was it. 3 minutes. That's all it was. You couldn't even see it really, but because the story was behind it, that was trending right then. Yeah, we done really well. Kayla made £4,000 that day in subscriptions.
Whoa.
Yeah. So she went from 20,000 followers on Instagram to 70,000.
Wow.
I was just a dick in the video.
The 5 guys who sent it to you, can we have their numbers?
But it's mad, it just shows you how things can go viral, you know, like, if you tell the world something, they'll believe it. You know,
So I got that from like 8 different WhatsApp groups, like all within 2 days. You know, just randomly sent through to me. That's how just crazy viral it went.
I love that.
If you got an offer to go mainstream,
Yeah.
with one caveat that you quit porn, would you be tempted?
Oh no. No.
Didn't matter what the check was worth.
No, yeah, of course. Because listen, I work for money. I'm so loyal to OnlyFans. OnlyFans literally gave me a second chance at life. 4 years ago, I was bankrupt. 4 years ago, I was walking around Tesco, looking at what I could and couldn't spend my money on because I only had, say, like 15 quid to buy me dinner. And now, my life's different. You know, like I do all right. So just a bit all right.
Now you're in Marks and Spencer's, not Tesco.
I shopped at Marks and Spencer's the other day. No, but I'm humble. So like, I'm humble with money. I'm very grateful for the position I am. Yes, my life is totally different. Yes, I'll never go back to plumbing ever again. But also, I don't tell people about how much money I earn because the lads are people I work with. We're all doing the same job. We're all in the same video. So some people may not earn a certain amount. So I think these people out there saying I'm earning millions, I think it's a bit unfair. You know, so that's why I don't. You know, I treat everybody the same. So porn is porn to me.
But you do earn that much, yeah?
I do.
Have you ever had any trouble from financial institutions?
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, Jesus Christ, it's a nightmare. Yes, I had loads of trouble with banks, shutting the banks down, transferring money. I made a mistake of transferring big amounts of money at the beginning because I wanted to do it like one transaction at a time instead of loads. Anyways, it looked bad and they took it all down and I lost some money and I had loads of problems and luckily now everything's sorted for me.
You mean transferring from OnlyFans?
No, so I transfer all my, every time I got to 10 grand on OnlyFans I would take it out and I would transfer from one bank to another and it looked
Suspicious.
yeah, and they asked me for proof, and I have proof. Everything I do is legit. Sent off to the bank. This is what I do. They're like, who the fuck's Phoenix International? I'm like, oh, that's a software company I work with. We can no longer work with you, sorry. And they shut my account. You know, so, and then I have a UK bank that I use, Starling Bank, and they literally will not accept any money going into it. So unless it's from my personal friends. So I try to take money from Paxum, I try everything, but no. And that's the problem. I have money coming from Pornhub into Paxum, I have OnlyFans going into somewhere else, and I have somewhere else, you know, and it's just awkward.
But isn't that meant to have ended now? The Financial Conduct Authority have issued guidance that they're not allowed to do it. You can complain to the FCA, sure.
It's a bank, it's a public institution. You can't tell them
No,
to
but-
operate their
no,
business.
but
They
the
just say
FCA
it's
can.
high risk.
No, but
they
the-
can't.
yeah.
It still can't.
No.
Any regrets?
If the banks are watching this, I'm really good, I don't take any money. Yeah. Any regrets? Yes, I regret my earlier life listening to what people think. Now I just don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? What can people say? You know, I always tell them I'm good looking, I'm rich, I have a big dick, I'm confident. What can they slag me off over? And I tried to say that to the other lads as well. And like what the girls were saying, if you're getting hate on the internet, like, what can people say? You have people paying to look at you. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what level of creator you're at, people are paying to look at you. So, I regret when I first started out doing things I didn't want to do. You know, like, I'd done a couple of things that when I was young that I didn't want to do. So, yeah. And I regret just not living my life. You know, like, I think right now I'm in a very good place mentally, physically, financially, and like, I'm very positive about life because I know I learned a lot about life. It's all in my book. My book tells all about my life. My life wasn't very good when I grew up. You know, single mum, 6 kids, 4 different dads. Mum died in a car crash when I was 12. Sent around different families, 13 different schools. You know the story. Life was never good. So it was one of the reasons why I got into porn. You know, because I wanted an easier life, and I just happened to be good at it. So I don't let people stop it. Those people who are going to talk down to me or whatever like that, they're not going to pay my rent, not going to pay my bills. So. Yeah, and I love my job. I love the people I work with. You know, like, so yeah. My only regret is not giving a fuck earlier in life.
So when you're doing Big Brother?
They won't have me, bastards.
Have you thanked the guy that sacked you?
Yeah, fucking bastard. He chokes. Yeah, so one of my friends was with me that day who didn't know I'd done porn, and like he's still my friend now, but back then he was a bit. I I don't want to say homophobic, but he was a bit like not cool with doing gay stuff. You know what I mean? And I never wanted to let them know, because that was my personal life. I never wanted him to know. And I was furloughed at the time. I was working at home, and my boss called me, and I was supposed to be working from home. I was at the gym. He called me and he was like, "I need a Zoom call with you." So I rushed home. I said to me, "Mate, come with me. I'll be a quick call to my boss." Opened this laptop. Fucking, my mate was sitting behind me, and he said, "It's been brought to my attention about this Twitter page, Andy Lee XXX." My heart sank. My mate sitting there, and I was just like. So I went on the defensive. I was like, "What the fuck has it got to do with you?" You know? And he's like, "Well, everything." He basically said, "You're disgusted and you better resign today or we'll sack you." And I didn't want to. Like, that was my job. That was my life. I wanted to become a project manager. That was what I wanted to do in life. And I told him even if I was to cancel all the stuff I'd done online, which I would have done that day. I can never stop that ball rolling. It's still out there. And he said, "Nah, I want you to resign." So I resigned, and it was the best thing I ever done. Literally best thing I ever done. So yeah, again, OnlyFans, if you're watching, I love yous. Don't ever delete my account.
Have you ever thought about getting back at the person for sacking you, like
No. I'm not like that. I'm not, and I strive forward in life now with positivity. Honestly, I don't hate anyone. Don't have any drama. Don't fight with anyone. Not negative. People try to tell me their problems. Have you heard this? I don't give a fuck. Fuck off. You know, I live my life. Like, I literally come back to the UK. I'm only in the UK for a week, a month. I work from the day I land to the day I leave. I work 2 videos a day, maybe sometimes 3, and then I fuck off. And then I switch it all off, and people can have the fucking drama, do whatever they want. I live a happy, nice life, and that's how I want to fucking die happy. I don't want to hate anyone. I don't. And imagine the world was positive. Imagine like people was nice to people, and like you were saying, like about people replying to you, being nice to you. Like, "You look amazing. Come film with us." Or just liking a photo on Instagram, scrolling out, just liking someone's photo. You might make their day. Like, the world is full of so much negativity for no reason. Like, people love to be negative. Strangers commented on your posts, you know, about stupid shit. I don't know. But yeah, me, I'm all about positivity. The world is cunts. I'm sorry if my language.
Any more questions? If not, we'll wrap this up.
I've got one actually. What do you think is the most positive thing of the UK scene at the moment, and what do you think is the thing that's like needs to be improved, like the biggest thing?
I think the most positive thing is it's starting to become more acceptable, especially in the UK, because the UK is very diverse, especially with the like gay, trans, all that type of scene. Like, it's very diverse. I think the world is starting to accept it as well. And I think the community is building in the UK is bigger than, like, I travel everywhere. I travel to America, everywhere to work and stuff like this. And the UK for me is the best industry for porn. And obviously the negative things about working in the UK is nothing really, I don't know.
Not so much negative, but what would you improve if you could, like if you had a wish to like improve something within the scene? Make
the rules clearer. Like what those people were waffling about earlier about rules being like identified and all this stuff. Everything's too loose. You know what I mean? If you're doing something wrong, like, don't post feet porn. Simple as that. Not, well, that might fall in the category, so you may not be able to. No, tell me not to do something, I won't do it. Don't waffle on about how fucking broad this stuff is. You know, just like OnlyFans rules, they're grey. They're not black and white. You know, like, everything should be black and white. Don't do that, and I won't do it.
Yeah.
You know, don't pull me up 2 years later on a post I've done 2 years ago without giving me a chance to delete it.
Yeah.
Like, that's my only pet peeve about the adult industry. And people should be nicer to each other. What do you want?
What's your opinion on MJ? No, no. What do you get out of helping people? So, as part of Team Andy, people who come to the studio, they're given an opportunity that is second to none. Like,
I love it. Like, that's what makes me happy. When people come to me, which a lot of lads have come to me, and they've either worked as Jay the plasterer. He came to me a few months ago as a plasterer. Now he's not doing plastering anymore. He's loving what he's doing. I love seeing people grow because I was that person. You know what I mean? So I love when people come to me, and then normally when people come to me, they're not in a great position, so they need money or whatever it is, and then I love seeing it 6 months, 12 months down the line, and they're now millionaires. That's what I love the most.
On that note, I think it's a really positive note, so I'd like to thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.